and welcome back. And today I need to start filling in some of these holes that I cut out because I'm going to need a full floor, particularly if I want to have an MOT and also keep my feet dry. Now I've put the centre console in, partly so I can check where the gear selector position is, and that's terrible, and that's going to be something I'll work on soon. But for now, I'm going to make a start on this and I'll show you where I've got to with it. Centre console, what I was looking for here is basically where I can start building some of the metal up here for the selector. But mainly the first thing I want to do is actually work on this piece. So I know I need to sort of I can keep it level to a point here and then go up. Might have to put a bit of a hump in the middle just for clearance, but as long as it's in the middle it'll be okay. The other thing, originally I was going to keep this piece flat across. What I might do is make it wider from here to here in line, so I can actually just cut this section out and just naturally bring it down and then taper it in. Reason for that is I need to make sure I've got space for a reverse switch. Not sure if I'm going to put a reverse light on it, but I'd rather have the space for a switch, knowing that I can put one in should I find one that I like. And that will come down to approximately here. So the gearbox, older gearbox mounts are located here, but we'll see. So that is where I'm at. Now I'm going to take this console off and just make a template and see what it looks like. So I'm just going to grab some bits and I'll be back in a second. Right, so this is the extent of what I cut out originally. This I'm going to take back a little bit more just to give myself some more clearance. Although we're not getting anything touching, more is definitely more in this case. This bit I've started to take off, but I just need to make a cut around here. But that I can put a piece back in to put that strength in. I'm sorry, it's dusty down here. Right, this is the biggest hole, because that, if I move my torch around, it's because I've got the cover on, but that is inside Tina. Hello. This has had quite a bit taken off it, so I think I'm going to cap around here. I'm going to take this piece off all the way up to here, and then I'll work out how I'm going to build that back up. But for the minute it's a case of cutting off what I need to cut off. I'm going to cut that straight down actually, because that is pretty lame. Stripping the paint off so I can weld as well whilst I'm under here. Now when I did these cuts, I cut it perpendicular to the face, which is why it's a bit, what I want to do is really cut it perpendicular to the floor, so try and straighten these edges off. These will get capped, which will be something I'll do first. Again, that's just give myself a little bit more clearance. Fairly straightforward. It's going to be difficult to film it, but I'll come back in a minute and I'll show you what I've done. Right, so I've finished getting all that cuts tidied up, and what was I doing? Get rid of paint as well, just where I'm going to weld, and it is filthy. Yeah, problem with having holes is that the dust has got to go somewhere. I'm going to have to do a bit of cleaning up because it looks like Scarface has sneezed in it. It's horrendous, but it is all clean. So I'm just going to tidy up these edges a little bit with the old file, because there's a few bits of metal I need to get rid of. Nothing major. And then I can start figuring out how we're going to get from here to here and to cover that. Right, first easy panel that I can make is to cap this off. Now I've got a piece of card and that is perfect, so I rub my thumb over that. Hold that still. Do the same on the other side. shape on that. But I forgot my scissors. I have. Bear with me. Right, let's give that a try. Not jam it into the chassis leg. That is it. So that will cap, I'll make that out of steel in a second. That'll cap there. I'm going to put a tab which I can fold up into this so I can then tie it all up. And make it all pretty. Oh, actually do I? No, I'm going to cap it, I'm going to seam it at the top and grind it back and then weld over it. I'm going to put the next bit in. Sorry, getting distracted. Right, so these are the little repair pieces I've made. Looking pretty good. I have primed them behind and drilled them. I will put a plug in that once I've finished, and the reason for that is so that when all this is fitted up like that, I will have a point in which I can insert cavity wax, because there is a drain hole further down on the chassis leg, but because of the crush tubes that I put in, I don't know how well I'll be able to pass the tube through there. So I thought if I put an access point further up, and then I can plug it once it's put a rubber plug in once it is done, I should avoid my chassis leg from rusting from the inside out. So I'm going to quickly weld these in. I've started having a look at this, but I think I need to have another go at it because the first attempt was pretty bad, mainly because I got the bend in the wrong place, and then now, even though it's okay there, it's the wrong angle. Really, I need to follow this down to about here and then come across, which I need to have another look at the centre console. But those in first, and then we'll get on to that. Yeah, I'm going to apologise now because I've sort of cocked up a little bit. I started working and I thought I'd turn the camera on, and as it turned out, no. So I'll show you what I've done. Alright, it's not pretty. I've realised this edge, I cut this piece straight. Clearly this wasn't cut as straight as I'd like because it's starting to peel away, but because I'm building this area up anyway, I could remove a little piece of that and just blend that in as part of it. But this is in, it's tacked obviously. I've got to make a filler for that. And yeah, so far I'd say I'm pretty happy with that. It's okay. If I grab console, there we go. So that's all in. Great thing is, here it runs close, but it isn't actually doing, and if I centralise it, so it's running level here now, which is something it hadn't done, sort of. And we're not affecting how this comes up, surprisingly. So that's quite nice. So because if it was pushing it up like that, we'd notice. So yeah, I'm going to start on this piece here. So I want it to come. I'm going to have to do a bit of trimming here, I think, as well once I've done it. I want it to end here and sort of come out and out and then that. So I'm going to put my camera on and have a play. I've been innocently hammering this edge for one of the pieces for this transmission tunnel. And flipping hammers broke. Seriously, like, that's just come off. Innocently tapping away, making a nice edge, because why not? And the end of my hammer has come off. I mean, I've got loads of hammers, so I'm not too stressed on that, but come on. End of the hammer. Really? I'm not that strong. So I've got a couple more of these to make. I'll get them tacked in, hopefully not mash any more of my hammers up, but I'll show you what I've done in a second. So we've got this far, it's tacked in. I know it needs some more work, and I need to have a look at what's underneath, but for the minute I'm going to leave this one here and come back to it in a couple of days. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I think I'm making some good progress now. Hopefully have this done fairly soon, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.